Hey guys, I'm ATF, and I'm sure many of you, like myself, own smartphones. Maybe even more than one as I do. This is my old iPhone 4, and I'm filming this video with an iPhone 6. Now, I'm sure many of you who are in this community who make videos and are into EDC have probably wanted to make a video just spare the moment, impromptu. You're kind of in the car, but maybe you didn't want to because you're gonna have to do the whole thing where you push the start button, you flip your camera around, or you flip your phone around, you shove it in the corner, and then you start talking. And it's just that those beginning 5 to 10 seconds, it just doesn't look professional, and you just don't really like doing that. Well, with this item here that is in front of you guys, changes all of that. Because you don't have to deal with, pushing the start button, shoving your phone into a corner, and then starting. All you have to do is place your phone wherever you want it, and then simply, with a push of a button, start or stop your video, or take as many photographs as you please. This item here is a generically made Bluetooth remote shutter. Okay, I say generic because, well, simply put, there are no company logos or labels on this device at all. Okay, the only company is right here on the Amazon tag is Hapur's, which was the company that sold it on Amazon. Which I will say before I get into the talking about the device, I will supply links in the description to both Amazon and eBay of where you can buy a very similar remote to this. They come in a variety of colors as well to match your smartphone or your etc. gear. All right. Now let me just show you the box first. It comes obviously like so, very simple. All right. For iOS or Android. All right, it's very simple. Okay, I'm not going to go through into how to connect it because it's just so simple. You basically go into your phone's settings or your iPad, turn on Bluetooth, turn this thing on right there, and then just make sure the two are connected and you're ready to go. All right, now there's the compatibility list for iOS, Samsung, and etc. devices. So feel free to pause and read that. If you do have an iOS device, you can just use this with the built-in camera app. But for all devices as well, it's worth mentioning that you can also download the Camera 360 app and use this remote with all of them. All right. There are these specifications. The weight and the battery. I'll convert those dimensions into inches for those American folks like myself. All right, so feel free to pause that. And then just a little kind of a generic graphics on the side there. All right, now to kind of do a little quick size comparison, I have a standard AAA battery here. As you can see, including the little key or lanyard loop, if you will, the remote is slightly longer than the AAA, but it's roughly as thick as the AAA. All right. Now, as you can probably tell here, the remote did not come with this. I added it myself because I thought the remote by itself was a little too small and round and awkward. So I added the little paracord fob or handle to make it a lot easier to hold when I'm taking pictures or video. And also it just makes the whole thing a little bigger when it's in my pocket and it's easier to find. As well as the whole white and gray theme matches my phone because I have the white iPhone 6 with the gray Magpul case. So it's a very simple device and it comes in a variety of colors to match, again, your EDC stuff or your phone. And as I mentioned earlier, all you have to do once the two items are connected is nothing. You're ready to go. All you got to do is put your phone or device, such as an iPad, as you saw in the compatibility list, is put it in video or photo mode and just push the shutter. Boom, boom, and then video mode, just in case you don't believe me. And you can see the timer going. And that's all. Now, I don't have a Samsung, so I mean, I wish I could have borrowed one for this review, but I tend to stay around Apple folks. So, sorry guys. But I'm pretty darn sure it works just as easy. Now, you probably are saying, well, there's 2 buttons on there, ATF. What are those buttons for? Well, as you probably saw me use, the top one is for iOS devices, as it says right there. All right, iOS. Now, on the flip side, it says, is it this way? No, this way. That is the Android button. So when I push this, as you see, it does absolutely nothing. But it probably wastes a little bit of battery because the light is flashing. But anyways, for iOS devices, it does nothing. Only the top button does something. Oh, I should add as well, I don't know if the iPhone 4 has the burst mode, but you can also hold down the button. Yeah, you can see all the photos going. And you can do burst mode. Now, this actually works a lot better in the camera that I'm using, so iPhone 6, because you just get a kind of like a machine gun effect of pictures, just boom, picture after picture. In 3 seconds, you get 13 pictures or whatever. So it's also really great for that if you're taking pictures of family and people might be blinking. You just hold down that button and you'll get a burst, and then you can go through them to make sure, you know, everyone's eyes are open and whatnot. All right. So you guys are probably thinking, well, yeah, this item of course is going to work when you're inches away from the device. But what about when you're, I don't know, outside and you're between 5 to 50 or even more feet away? What happens then? Well, let me take you outside for a very simple test. So, as you guys saw from my little outdoor test there, every single picture worked. This thing worked up to 75 feet away. Now, mind you, that was outside. This was not inside, you know, when I'm in the kitchen trying to take a picture in my bedroom, 10 walls between me and the bed, this was outside in the open. So, of course, if you do it inside or maybe even in a big city with skyscrapers all around, I don't know. You might have issues, but this is not really a Wi-Fi item, by the way. It's Bluetooth, so you shouldn't have issues like that. But just be aware it is possible. There might be that little tiny chance that, you kind of break up the signal at some point. So, but outside it worked up to 75 feet away. And what's great, as you probably noticed, is it's pretty much instantaneous. You push the button and it takes the photograph. It's not like there's a second delay or 5-second delay. You push the button and the camera, boom, it takes the photo. I wanted to share with you guys that little piece of tech that, again, I think can go into maybe some of your EDC kits and help you guys out with making videos when you're in front of the camera. So you kind of just hold this in your hand secretly and just start the video and then stop the video, and you just look a lot more professional. So, and I will be honest, before like 2 weeks ago, I didn't even know these things existed. So I wish I had these years ago, because it would have helped out a lot. So, as you know, with my video, I wanted to help you guys out. So feel free to pick one of these up. It's average of only $5. Again, on eBay or Amazon. I'll try to supply links to both of those places so you can go to your preferred site. All right, guys, if you have any questions, as always, feel free to leave those down below. But otherwise, I'm ATF, and I'm out.